Kyrie Irving is the best possible acquisition for the Los Angeles Lakers. It might sound like an exaggeration, but he really can turn them into instant contenders. His unparalleled combination of skills falls in line with exactly what LA needs. We're going to break down exactly why this is the case and why the Lakers should immediately make a home run swing for Kyrie. So ever since winning a chip, the Lakers have been a team and organization in despair. They did drastic rehauls for back-to-back seasons, first making a team stacked with depth and then trading it all away for a superstar player who was supposed to carry a heavy load for LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Both failures were partly due to a gaping hole at the point guard position. First, Dennis Schroeder, who can't seem to even find a contract these days, was a streaky scorer who disappeared in the playoffs. And this season, it's Russel Westbrook, who was such a horrendous fit with the team that it tanked his own trade value. Plugging in Kyrie at the number 1 can right these wrongs instantly. Appeared in the playoffs. And this season, it's Russel Westbrook, who was such a horrendous fit with the team that it tanked his own trade value. Plugging in Kyrie at the number 1 can right these wrongs instantly. Many around the league point towards Kyrie's tenure with the Brooklyn Nets to describe a player that kills teams. He did so with the Cavs, the Celtics, and now potentially Brooklyn. But don't let this fool you, because Kyrie is still a team-transforming player that can elevate rosters to championship status. So first, Kyrie's shooting. The team this year in LA ranked 22nd in the league from 3, hitting 34.7% of those long-range looks. Even worse, they only ranked 29th on free throws, hitting just 73.2%. While the team didn't shoot well as a whole, Russel Westbrook was just absurdly bad, being asked to be a floor spacer instead of primary ball handler like he's accustomed to. With LA, he shot just 29.8% from 3 on 3.5 attempts per game. From the charity stripe, he just connected on an abysmal 66.7% while getting a little over 5 attempts per game. This area alone is where Kyrie Irving would transform the Lakers. Irving was lethal from beyond the arc this season, hitting 41.8% on a huge 8.2 attempts per game. He was also automatic from the line, knocking down 91.5% on 4.5 free throw attempts per game. Now let's talk about his defense. Frank Vogel is supposed to be a defensive mastermind, but with AD outs and not too many defensive specialists, it was just a hard job to tackle. LA was average at contesting threes, ranking just 14th in opponents' three-point percentage. From 2, they only ranked an embarrassing 27th. Davis should help by continuing his elite level of rim protection, but again, this is another area where Kyrie can help by simply replacing Westbrook. Russell let opponents shoot 3.3% better when he guarded them. Not exactly ideal for a player who doesn't provide above average value elsewhere in the game. On the other hand, Irving is generally seen as a defensive weakness, but despite that, he held opponents to a 1.1% below average. That is a 4.4% swing by replacing the 2 guards for each other. Next, turnovers. You probably expected this one, but the Lakers turned over the ball a lot. They were the 4th worst team at protecting the ball. And lo and behold, Westbrook ranked 5th in the league in turnovers. He had an assist to turnover ratio of just 1.9 and a 17.3 turnover percent overall. Irving doesn't rack up nearly as many assists, but he handles the ball a lot better. His assist to turnover ratio was 2.3. He only had a 9.8% turnover percentage. At this point, we can simply just sum it up to this. Westbrook is bad in the areas the Lakers struggled. Kyrie Irving is near the top of the league in the same exact spots. Kyrie may be the most puzzling player in the league. He may not be the most trustworthy to even play, but his lethal shooting ability, playmaking, and adequate defense to replace Westbrook would quickly put the LA Lakers to the very top. Subscribe, like the video, and let me know if I'm right, wrong, or just plain stupid. Thanks for watching.